Hello, friends. Happy February. We are here on a beautiful Sunday to rank another batch of Atari 2600 games. Mike's here.
Hey, what's up, guys? About to hit a top 20.
Yes, very exciting. Top 24, I believe, because this is the fourth week, and
Yeah.
we've been at this nonsense for a month.
Yep.
And I'm not ready to stop this nonsense anytime soon because
Oh,
I'm
no
having a
way.
lot of fun.
No way.
I still think we have a pretty good list here.
Yep.
I don't know how this happened, but we ended up with the game Home Run right next to Star Gunner. And every time I look at that part of the list, I just think of Homestar Runner.
That's funny.
Yeah, very. I bet that's how they came up with that name.
I bet.
Because they were probably ranking Atari 2600 games too. It is America's favorite pastime, after all. I think we got a pretty good list here. I was a little surprised that Oystron made it that high, but I played a little bit more of it. I made it to like the third boss, and
Oh, shit.
I still believe that that's a very high quality game,
It's
and
cool.
I appreciate you bringing it to my attention.
Yeah, dude, like that game is wild just because of whatever hack or whatever programming like magic they fucking figured out for the 2600 to be able to have that many things on the screen at once and like no flickering whatsoever. Like by itself is insane.
Yeah,
Like
there's really not a lot else on the system like it.
no, I mean that game easily has like 20 plus items on the screen at once and there's no flickering whatsoever and there's like and stuff's moving and there's sound effects and it's just like wow, dude. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, hard to think that that only came out a year after Alpha Challenge,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
currently the third worst game of all time.
It is currently number 16 out of our top 18.
Yep. And if you want to see the full list for yourself, you can go to tinyurl.com/Atari list. I set up a little thingy so you can have the list up, but don't look at it until the end of the episode because spoilers.
Yeah, you don't want to spoil this episode for you.
Yep.
And
So
if you want to see arcade, like actual arcade versions of some of these games, Matt has been going through and making little YouTube shorts showing off, like he showed off Crossbow, he showed off Venture, uh, showed off, what else did you show off? You showed off Miner 49er, like an actual version of that.
yeah, the home computer version.
Mm.
And you can see my expert Spider-Man gameplay.
Oh yeah. He did
You can see me speedrun the first level of Alpha Challenge.
yeah, he did do a video of that because he was determined to beat the first level.
Yes, which was a mistake. I regret that time, but
Yeah.
there's a record of that on my YouTube channel. Look at the shorts tab, or however it works on a phone. I've
Yeah.
never messed with it.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think I've ever messed with it on a phone either, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's probably where you're supposed to watch them, but
Well, yeah.
I like computers, and on a computer I don't have to see ads, so
True.
that's my reasoning.
All right. Well, you brought the first game
I
for
did,
today.
and it is called I Want My Mommy. This game was developed by Zymag, or Zimag. It's capital Z, lowercase I, capital MAG. This game came out in 1983, and on the front of the box, it says for ages 8 and under.
Oh, it's like is it like an educational game?
No.
Really?
No. This might be the least educational game I've ever played. But it is made for kids. So the game kind of automatically starts here. You are that character at the bottom of the screen. You are a teddy bear named Teddy.
Okay.
And there are 2 stages. The first stage has an apple at the top of the screen that you have to get to with a little worm in it. And the way you do that is by walking over these little flashing dots and pressing the button to turn them into ladders.
Why can't does that one not reach? What the hell?
It should be able to reach.
I'm at the top. I'm at the top, but I can't get up.
There's like a little delay. You have to push up again, or keep pushing up.
Yeah, I'm stuck at the top. It won't let me go any further up.
That's very odd. Maybe try the other ladder?
I tried both of them. Do I have to be... Oh, do I have... I bet I have to get... I see what... I bet I have to get whatever that is.
The dot thing that's moving around?
Oh?
No, you should just be able to climb the ladder. I don't know why it wouldn't be working. This is already our second take of this video because we were having some technical difficulties. Mike ended up with a different version of this game somehow. Well, I'll just describe what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
You might think that you just have to raise a ladder and climb to the next platform, but you would be mistaken. You actually have to raise all of the ladders, because if you make it to the second to the top platform and you haven't raised all the ladders, you can't climb up to the apple.
Oh, well, that's the reason why I couldn't make...
Oh, were you already at the apple?
Yeah, I was already at the apple.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a little tricky sometimes when we can't see the other screen. But yeah, you have to raise all of the ladders. And the only way you would know this is by reading the instruction manual, which I did.
Okay.
And if you get that little dot that's bouncing around, you temporarily become able to defeat these enemies, which are some kind of fairy or bug or something, by walking into them.
They're total buttholes too, because they just come towards you when you're on their side, like on their level.
Yeah. It requires a little bit of patience.
And you can use the things you can raise to dodge them.
Yeah. So there is a tiny amount of strategy involved here. Sort of.
Okay, beat that level.
I like how the pitch changes when you're climbing the ladder.
Yeah, that's neat.
That's kind of a neat effect. So once you reach the apple, the second stage will have Mama Bear up at the top.
Oh, I made it to level 2 and then lost my life.
Well, that's okay. I was kind of worried that we would see everything in this game in like 90 seconds. So
yeah.
So level 2 here, that thing at the top is the titular mommy, the mother teddy bear. It looks more like a star with a flower on top, kind of like you were playing Super Mario 3 doing the slot machine minigame.
Yeah.
But that is a teddy bear according to the manual. And this time the enemies are bigger. In level 1 you can sort of stay between levels by staying on the ladder. But if you try that in level 2, the enemies will still get you.
Yeah, that's literally what happened to me as well.
Yeah. And when you walk into one of these enemies when you're powered up, it knocks them out. They have a little halo over their head. So, you know, or not a halo, but like a little cartoon, you know, thing to show that they're knocked out. There's no violence in this game. You don't kill them.
They do stay knocked out, though.
It does seem that way. And I just made it to Mommy. And that is it.
Oh, there's only 2 levels, really?
There's only 2 levels. They don't loop. It just soft locks you at the end of level 2.
Huh.
And there were no difficulty options, as far as I remember. And that's it. You see Mama Bear dancing up there because you made it to her. And the manual suggests you try again and try to get a lower time.
Huh.
Because your time is just sort of continuously ticking up there at the top, and that's really all there is to do once you finish level 2. Just play again and try to do it faster.
Ah, poop, I died. Oh, you have to do level 1 again? Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
Not really. I would make the radical suggestion that this game isn't cool.
Yeah, it's not super great.
I mean, it's made for kids,
It's made
which,
for kids.
I mean, most Atari 2600 games were made for kids.
Right.
If I was age 8 and under, I don't think I would enjoy this game anymore. I mean, if you have like a little kid, like a 4-year-old, and you're
Yeah.
just trying to teach them like how to use the joystick, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
there might be worse games you can do that with.
I mean, the joystick, the joystick stuff is nice and forgiving in that way.
Yeah.
So that it's easier to do the things.
Yeah, it's easier to climb the ladders than in Alpha Challenge, that's for sure.
Yeah. My worry would be that once you get to level 2 and you have to like, you know, really work back and forth between the levels to get everything, that they would, oh my god, as soon as they get on the ladder it kills me. Alright, I'm done with this game.
Okay. Yeah, me too. I just started a second game
Oh my goodness.
to try to speedrun it. But yeah, that has been I Want My Mommy, brought to you by Zimag Games. I don't know.
Zimag.
Zimag. Zimag. I don't know if we played for 10 minutes, but I don't think there's 10 minutes of game here, so...
Yeah, unfortunately not. It doesn't seem...
I think that is completely fair. So it's probably worse than Crossbow.
Yeah, definitely worse than Crossbow.
I'd rather play Real Sports Football. I'd rather play Home Run. Definitely rather play Star Gunner.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it worse? Is it worse than Gauntlet?
It's definitely not as well. No, Gauntlet's not really deep. It's just, man,
Yeah.
the aspect of the of it being like, you know, Indian culture or whatever. That just,
Yeah.
ugh. But I mean,
Yeah.
the game itself isn't the worst.
Yeah. I think there's more to it at least.
God, the
You're not.
jumping in that game sucks so bad though.
Yeah. It's
Not great.
like I enjoy playing I Want My Mommy more than Gauntlet.
Yeah.
But there's just so much less to it. Like I can imagine myself going back to Gauntlet. I can't imagine myself ever wanting to play this again.
Yeah.
And I think I'd say the same thing about Spider-Man, actually. I would go back to that before I would go back to this.
What about Coconuts though? Coconuts is very much the same feeling.
Yeah, Coconuts, like it has the big sprites. I think Coconuts looks a lot better. Like I don't think anything in I Want My Mommy looks like anything except for the apple.
Right. Yeah.
So Coconuts at least has that novelty to it.
What about Blackjack?
Blackjack has a replayability to it.
It does.
Especially if you have multiple people.
Oh, definitely.
I think I might take I Want My Mommy over Dragster.
Really? Okay.
Because when you think about it, Dragster, like, there's less to it, kind of.
Oh,
Like,
100%. Dragster is like once you get the idea of what you're supposed to do and you like do it successfully a couple of times, it's like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like it,
yeah,
it
and
but
both of them ultimately are games about trying to get the lowest time.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and I think I Want My Mommy feels better to play than Dragster.
Oh, for sure. The controls are way better, and I want my. I mean, it's
Like, it's not painful to play.
no,
It's not unpleasant, and it has the nice little music when you climb up and down the ladders, which I think is pretty cool.
yeah, yeah. I agree. I think it's number 15. I'm cool with that.
All right, good deal. So let me just add a row here. I Want My Mommy. This is episode 4. So congratulations to Zymag Games, or however you say it, for making one of the top 20 Atari 2600 games. I won't say you did a good job, but I will say you did a better job than Dragster.
Yeah, definitely a better job than definitely a better job than Dragster, Alfred Challenge, Mini Golf, and Miner 2049.
Yeah, honestly, I was kind of expecting this game to be lower on the list. But
Yeah,
some of these games at the bottom are just so actively unpleasant to play.
they
Um,
really are.
that I think I Want My Mommy has the edge there. It
Yeah,
controls. I mean, other than not being able to climb to the top unless you pull up every ladder, which is weird because in a game for kids, you would think
they'd be more
like,
forgiving.
well, you would think that like you wouldn't need to read the instruction manual to be able to play
Yeah,
because
yeah.
but maybe like the parents are expected to read it with their kids, so it's like helping them learn to read too or something. I don't know.
I could see that. I could see it being like the idea of it being like a collaborative thing. I mean, that's definitely,
Yeah.
well, that's way before that as a person in the educational system. That's way before the time that we started doing that as educators, but you know, I could see that.
Yeah. It could happen.
Hey, it could happen.
Leave a comment if you were a parent and you helped your kid learn to read with I Want My Mommy.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Are we ready to move on?
Yeah, we're going to play a really cool game next.
Oh, I could use a cool game after.
After that, yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
All right.
So, why don't you introduce it?
Yeah, so the first game I brought is it's a US game called Entombed. And it from the
I think there's a death metal band called Entombed.
yep, there is a death metal. Oh, did my so it kind of just starts. But
Yeah,
the idea is that you are oh wow, okay. You're a
I'm a little.
archaeologist.
I'm a little fella.
You're an archaeologist and you found a tomb that is filled with zombies, the undead, and
Oh,
your objective is to get to the end. Your button is it does what's called a make or break. So you can if you hit the button in a direction, and if there's a wall, you'll break the wall. If there isn't a wall, you can block off a way to where if a zombie's like coming after you, you can block them.
okay. It doesn't seem to be working for me.
Really?
I made a block by pressing the button to see what it does, and I trapped myself and died.
Right.
But
You only start with one.
okay, I see. Oh, so that's one even across extra lives then.
I think if you die, you get it back, but I could be wrong about that.
Huh. Okay, well, I just used it to save myself from like some kind of trap wall.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got killed by a zombie that was off screen. So
Oh wow.
that was
Yeah.
unfortunate.
But the lines that move back and forth, those are more of the make break things.
Oh, I thought that was a trap.
I did too at first, and then I realized you could collect it. So yeah, you definitely want to grab those.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't seem to give you more when you die and restart.
Oh, okay.
Because the button is definitely not doing anything now. Unless there's like a difficulty mode I should be playing on. Okay, so I got one, and it changed the number down at the bottom of the screen to 3.
Yeah.
I didn't see what it was before, but I assume it was 0.
It was definitely 0.
Okay.
Yeah, so it gets way faster. Shit, it's like crazy fast. Oh, I died. Oh, man. Oh, lost all my lives. So I made it to like level, I don't know, like it has 21 at the bottom. I don't know what that means exactly. I forget.
21 miles deep underground. Like the opposite of Donkey Kong.
Scoring.
How low can you get?
Scores based on how many sections of the maze you successfully traveled through. Number showing on the lower right hand screen. 5 sections to each maze. Okay, so I made it to the 4th maze. And I died in the first section of the 4th maze. That's right. Okay. So yeah, there are 5 mazes you have to get through. Once you get to level 4, it gets really fast. The difficulty switches, all it does is change how many blocks you get, how many make break blocks you get from picking up the things. If it's set to 1, you only get 2. If it's set to the other, you get 3.
Okay. Yeah, once you start picking those up and getting more, the game definitely opens up.
Yes, it definitely becomes much easier once you get that first one.
Yeah, and if you die before that happens, you might as well reset, it looks like, because having 0 is not a tenable thing in this game.
It is not.
So I'm in the purple section now. I think
nice.
this is area 3.
Nice.
I'm on section 17. Yeah, this is cool. This reminds me of Solomon's Key, the puzzle game for the NES.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that one's more of a platformer, but you can create blocks or destroy them to get where you need to go. So
so the color of the zombies, they like determine what they can do. If they stay blue, then you can they only will go through like the corridors that are open. If they turn orange or like a yellow color, like a flashing color, they can go through walls after you. But in general, if you get below them, they can't get to you.
okay. So it's a little like Dig Dug, where the enemies they can change and instead of just going through the corridors, they can get you wherever. So
yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
So the first time I played this game, I didn't realize that you had that you could get rid of walls.
Yeah.
And I thought it was just a maze, and I was like, I got to a point where like you had to make a hole in the wall, and I was like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, and there was like literally no direction to go that wasn't like that. Oh shit. And I was like, well, that's kind of bullshit.
Yeah, this seems like one of those games you kind of need the instruction manual for, because okay, so if you just press the button without holding the joystick,
yeah,
it does look like it'll either place a block or destroy a block in the last direction that you move.
Oh boy.
So I guess people would figure it out eventually, but the instruction manual would definitely help.
Yeah, it definitely helps. Wow, I like just literally just dug my way off flub. Okay, I made it. Oh, lost my last life. Made it. Damn, I made it to the last one too.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's an ending?
Well, I think it might do the Atari thing of like flipping, but there are 5 levels.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it just gets faster after that, but the 5th level is like really goddamn fast to begin with.
Yeah. It would be kind of nice if it has a little like animation or something where you find treasure.
Let's see if the manual says any more than 5 levels.
Like I don't mind games that repeat on the Atari because that was just kind of how everything was in arcade games and, early games. At some point, there's only so much space on the cartridge, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
unless you were like an expert programmer, most games are going to have to just repeat and get a little bit harder. But I at least like it when they give you a little cutscene or something to show that you did well instead of just, all
Right.
right, now do it again.
So it is a game that you can play 2 player, and it's actually like cooperatively 2 player.
Oh wow,
And the fact that you both can work together to try and get out.
yeah,
So that's kind of cool. It might be something we do one of these days when we have to do some 2 player stuff.
yeah, that should be fun.
Yeah,
So
but
I made it to section 23, and oh my god, it gets fast.
oh, oh, actually, uh, oh, I guess you aren't. Oh well, okay. So you can either work together or work against each other.
Ah,
I mean, obviously you have the make or break thing, so you could like fuck the other person and like throw a wall right in front of them and trap them or something.
yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's a little like the original arcade Mario Bros. In that way.
Yeah, yeah.
It was designed to be played either cooperatively or fucking the other person over.
Yeah, yeah.
Which
Uh
we always cooperated.
yeah,
We
always.
we never tried to kill the other person.
Totally. Uh da-da-da-da. Single player game score is based on how many sections of maze you can successfully travel through. There is a number showing the lower right screen. There are 5 sections of each maze, after which you float into the next one. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Oh, so yeah, I think it just keeps going. I don't think 5 is the last one.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it just keeps going, and it just faster and faster. Jesus, when I got the level to the 5th one, and couldn't imagine it being faster than that.
Yeah, I think that's where I made it. The walls were blue.
Yeah,
And like at that point, it's so easy to get hung up on the corners.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
And when it's going that fast, if you get hung up on one corner, that's pretty much the end.
ended up just to get to that. I just started fucking like digging holes through walls.
Yeah. I mean, by that point, you do have, a stockpile of the make or breaks, so you can kind of brute force your way a little bit. But that stuff's not going to last forever.
No, it is kind of cool how you get because you get multiples from one of the things. It's worth it to like dig to them and stuff.
Yeah, like if something is 2 blocks away, it's worth it to do that just so you can get 3.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Oh, it's so difficult when it turns blue.
Yeah, dude. It's it
Oh,
gets
oh
pretty
my god.
pretty difficult pretty fast. And if you're not watching and it changes it changes mazes really quickly, you just get like immediately die at the beginning of the next maze.
Yeah. Oh god, orange one. Okay, I'm okay. All right. So it's light blue. Section 28.
Oh
It is
shit.
still way too fast. Oh my god. Actually, it's not that much faster than regular blue or
Oh,
dark blue.
interesting. You made it further
That
than me.
that. Okay, now it's green. Section 33.
Wow, dude, you're killing it.
I like how the mazes don't really get longer, so every maze you go through a little bit quicker
Yeah.
as it gets faster.
Ah, crap! I got stuck on the damn edge.
All right, yellow. Oh god. Oh, YOLO. Oh, I only lived once. Yeah, this is cool. I like this.
This is a really, really neat game.
1982.
1982, dude. Yeah.
I never heard of US games, I don't think.
Me neither. If they made any other games, I do not know of them.
Yeah. Oh, I bet since the first level is yellow, I bet it wraps around at that point.
Oh, maybe. Oh shit. Okay. On the purple level.
All right, you got this.
Oh, zombie.
The first few levels feel so slowed down by comparison.
Yeah, they do.
It kind of has that same problem that Cocoa Nuts had, where the beginning just becomes so easy.
Oh, fuck! Alright, I'm on the blue level now.
Alright. You got this.
It tried to screw me. It put a fucking block directly in front of me at the beginning of the damn maze.
How dare it?
Ah, let me through! Oh, okay.
Get away from me, zombie. Okay. Yeah, compared to the speed of the maze, the zombies don't seem like as much of a threat as I thought they were.
Yeah, they're not as bad. Oh, fuck! I got stuck.
They're just kind of there to force you to go a slightly different direction.
Yeah.
But once you have a bunch of digging ability, it's not as big of a deal.
Yeah. Oh, damn it! I got stuck again. At 34.
Nice.
I got greedy and tried to go for another one of the blocks. Yeah. This game's really, really cool.
Cool.
Made by US Games. Let's see. What are the in our ROM collection? What other games did US game? Oh wow, they made all kinds of stuff.
Huh.
Oh, I've heard of this game, Towering Inferno.
Oh yeah. I have no idea what it is, but
yeah, I've heard of it.
I have seen that name.
Yeah. Commando Raid, maybe? But yeah, they have. We're gonna visit more of their games for sure.
Cool. I mean, we're going to visit all the games.
Right.
But US Games, that's a name to look forward to now.
Yeah.
Well, are you ready to rank?
Absolutely.
All right. Excellent. All right. Entombed. Let's see. Well, we were comparing it to Cocoa Nuts. I think it's a better game than Cocoa Nuts.
1000% better game.
Because there's actually stuff to do, and you don't just walk back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely think it's better than Spider-Man.
Agreed.
It's better than Gauntlet.
Agreed.
It's better than Star Gunner. I take it over Home Run.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, Casino's kind of cool. That puzzle mode. There's a lot of replayability there.
Pretty cool.
But I think the science would say that Entombed is higher than Casino.
I agree.
Scientifically
speaking, I would say it's a better game.
Dodge 'em, kind of a fun little arcade game. I'd say Entombed, it's more complex. There's a lot more thought in it, and I'd say they both have sort of similar difficulty level.
Mm,
Um,
sure, yeah,
but I'd rather play Entombed than Dodge 'em.
for sure, yeah. Entombed definitely has more um replayability.
Yeah. And I'd say the same about Stargate. I'd
For
much rather
sure,
play more Entombed.
definitely.
Real sports football is pretty cool.
Um, as so, been thinking about real sports football some more, and I think that as deep as it is because of the being able to choose plays and things like that, and um the actual gameplay itself is rather shallow.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that it's like you basically you get to a point where you have to like figure out how to abuse the AI to be able to throw the ball basically.
Right.
And in a video game like that, like that's not what you want. Like you want it to be fun to like do that, and it's really not. Like
Right.
the best thing about it is the fact that you can choose plays for sure.
Yeah. And
So
once you figure out how to line the players up for those passes right, you can
right,
kind of stomp the computer every single time.
absolutely, most definitely.
So maybe better as a two-player game, but I think
Yeah,
for purposes of science, for these games that can be played either one or two players,
right,
we kind of have to rank them on the merits of the single-player experience
for sure,
because
for sure.
that's how most people will experience the games.
Yeah,
And for the two-player only games, we can definitely factor that in.
yeah,
Um, but as a single-player game, I would take Entombed over football.
for sure. Now
And
Venture, I mean Venture is like very much in the same idea as Entombed.
yeah, kind of dungeon exploration. Sort of a Venture has kind of a softer time limit where you have to get out of the rooms before the hall monsters show up. Entombed is kind of just go go go.
Hmm.
Um, which I think Venture like you can explore the rooms in any order. You can uh you can go into a room from the top or the bottom and maybe it'll be easier to get the treasure. So there's a
Right.
little, strategy there. You have time to think a little bit and it's more interactive. Well, I don't know. Entombed, it has a different interaction, but I think it's a very unique interaction, especially for the time.
Yeah.
I don't know if this came out before or after Solomon's Key, but I think it was the same. The arcade version of Solomon's Key, I think, was about around the same time. But being able to like manipulate the terrain, like uh, now, admittedly, um, you almost never want to place blocks because the zombies aren't that much of a threat.
Hmm.
But in theory, the ability to place blocks or destroy them, I think that's pretty cool. I think that's something you don't see a lot on the Atari. But Venture is another thing you don't see a lot on the Atari with like the separate rooms to explore.
Absolutely. I will say, I just looked it up, and Solomon's Key actually came out after this game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it came out in '86 in the arcade.
Yeah, and that makes sense because that is a much more complex game.
It is, yeah, definitely.
You're placing blocks to like jump on them, and it's more puzzly than this for sure. Um, I don't know. This is a tough one.
I'm curious to know. Okay, so there's an. Oh no, that's an entirely different game. Anyway, I think. Hmm,
I
so
think
go ahead.
I would rather play Venture for like longer periods of time just because it's less stressful.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't have that constant, speed up. Um, like I would have to play Entombed for shorter periods of time. Um, but it is more exciting. Uh,
Whoa.
what's up?
Just I happened to look at the wiki with the Wikipedia article for this game, and something just blew my fucking mind. But that's not for here.
Oh,
I'll tell you
okay.
afterwards. Uh,
Okay. Very mysterious.
so so you're saying it's below Venture?
That's kind of yeah, that's kind of where my heart is. The
Okay.
question is that where the science is?
Scientifically speaking, I was prepared to put it number 3, but that's just
Above crossbow?
yeah.
Hmm.
That was where I that's immediately after coming out of the game, that's where I was prepared to put it. Now that doesn't mean that's where it should go, for sure. Um I 100% could see an argument for Venture over it. But just because of what Venture does. And
Yeah.
the the problem is knowing what the arcade version of Venture looks like kind of skews like the feelings for that game. I mean, just because, or I guess it's not the arcade version of Venture; it's the home
No, that, that
compute.
was
Was it
that
the
was the
arcade?
arcade
Oh, was
version.
that okay? I couldn't remember if that
Yeah.
was a home computer version or the arcade version. Um, so, but I mean, the thing, as much as Venture has the strategy of figuring out the best way to go through and like go to each of the rooms safely and everything, uh this has the the roguelike esque strategy of having to figure out how to get through this this maze every time, and having the ability to like make your way through, um make your own way through a little bit as well.
Right. Yeah, the location of the power-ups is different every time. You sort of have to adapt to stuff on the fly. Whereas in Venture, everything kind of moves around randomly, at least in this version of the game. And also, I think the action in Entombed is a lot more unique than the action in Venture. Like in
Well,
Venture, you're shooting stuff, which is fine, but you do that in so many other games. And in Entombed, like I can't think of any other game where you're kind of well, any other game with a scrolling screen like this, where
mhm,
you're sort of manipulating the terrain like that.
right.
Um,
Yeah, no.
so I think Entombed edges out Venture.
Hmm. Then I guess the next question is does it edge out Crossbow? Do you think? I mean,
Um,
Crossbow again. Knowing that the arcade version is 1,000% better doesn't change the fact that for this console, that game is incredible.
yeah, like it looks a lot better. The like the sprites and the backgrounds and stuff are just detailed on a level that you hardly ever see on this console.
Definitely.
It sort of has the open world exploration aspect, sort of. Not really, but more so than most Atari games.
Yeah.
And and crossbow, I think there's so many different ways to experience it based on just what paths you take.
Yeah. Yeah.
And discovering all of the different areas I think is cool. I think I would take crossbow over entombed,
Okay.
but I entombed over venture.
Okay. So just outside of the top 3, then that sounds good.
I mean that is a very respectable position.
Absolutely.
especially for a game I've never heard of. Oops, that's not where I was looking at your cursor. For a game I've never heard of by a company I've never heard of,
Yeah,
it is. It's a real, much like Oistron. It is a very pleasant surprise.
absolutely. It's a cool little game and very worthy of a top 5 spot.
Indeed. Congratulations to Entombed, our new number 4 Atari 2600 game of all time.
Absolutely.
All right. So I think we're ready to move on to my next game. This is something that I think of as an iconic Atari 2600 game, just because it is so 80s.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it is Kool-Aid Man.
Cool.
Yes.
Oh boy.
So when you start the game up, the first thing that happens is Kool-Aid Man bursts through the wall, as he is known to do. So these little
Ah.
things running around the screen that look like bombs, they are called thirsties.
Okay.
And they're trying to drink all of the water in Kool-Aid Man's swimming pool.
Okay.
If you bump into a thirsty while it's moving, it'll knock you around.
Oh my
And
god.
the same thing happens if you bump into a wall. So once the thirsty puts their straw in the pool, you have to bump into it to prevent it from drinking up Kool-Aid Man's pool. And there are power-ups you can get, Kool-Aid ingredients. There's a K for Kool-Aid, an S for sugar, and a W for water. And if you pick them up, Kool-Aid Man becomes big, and he's invincible to the moving thirsties. They'll no longer bump him around for a temporary amount of time.
Huh. This is actually kind of good.
Right? Like I always saw the cover of this game, and I was like, "Ha, that is so 80s. That's perfect." But once I actually played it, I was like, "Hey, there's a game here."
Yeah, this actually isn't that bad, to be honest.
Yeah, it is kind of a bummer when you do get knocked around, and it's easy to be trapped. Just
Just like
because if
be constantly knocked around.
yeah, and just based on the random movement of the thirsties, it's easy to just not have control for several seconds and just watch them as they slowly drain your pool.
Yeah, yeah. Oh god, it's happening. Ah,
Yeah,
oh god.
you can definitely get locked in a vicious cycle. That kind of sucks. Also, once the game starts moving fast, it gets really hard to get the power-ups.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
I've noticed. Thank God you can actually. I was like avoiding the straws or whatever that they put out, but you can just totally touch
Yeah.
those. Are just totally touchable. It's not a big deal.
Indeed. Yeah, I thought the same thing, and eventually it gets moving so fast you don't really have a choice.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh my god. It is moving so fast now.
Yeah. It gets unmanageable pretty quickly, unfortunately.
Oh, they beat me.
Oh no, my controller just turned off.
Just getting
That's odd.
kicked around now.
And I lost. 16,700 points.
Damn, you had more than me? We had 15,000.
But what's fun is on the game over screen, Kool-Aid Man is still there, and you can still watch him get bumped around.
Yeah, he just kicks you around.
Yeah, and if they bump you into a power-up, you still turn into Big Kool-Aid Man. But you still can't move or anything.
Right.
It plays the Big Kool-Aid Man song, and you get to enjoy that.
That's funny.
Yeah. Every time you start a new game, you get to watch Kool-Aid Man burst through the wall again.
Yeah.
Which is good. I like how colorful this game is.
It's really cool. This game's neat.
Yeah, it has kind of that rainbow aesthetic that a lot of games of this era did. Uh, like it looks 80s.
Oh my god. Please stop.
I think the movement feels pretty good at the beginning.
Yeah,
But once it starts going faster, it just becomes so hard to keep up with stuff.
definitely.
Um,
But I mean, you know, that's just difficulty of the game, you know?
yeah. Also, getting power up puts a little bit more water back in the pool.
I've noticed that. That's kind of neat.
Yeah. So another reason you want to get those.
Fuck! I love that they make a drinking sound when they're drinking.
Yeah. Slurping the water up.
Yeah.
It sounds pretty good.
So does it... Oh, fuck. Does it actually say that they're drinking water out of his pool?
According to the manual. Well, I don't know if they specify that it's Kool-Aid Man's pool. It's just a swimming pool.
Oh, okay. Because I
Um,
immediately thought they were drinking, like, his, you know, Kool-Aid, basically.
yeah, his Kool-Aid supply.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird setup for the game. I don't know. I guess they didn't want to like give you visions of like swimming in Kool-Aid because that would be very sticky and unpleasant.
Yeah.
I mean,
Probably
for Kool-Aid Man, it's probably no big deal, but
probably a
it's not.
bad idea to put that into a kid's mind.
Yeah,
Last thing they want is to get sued because some kid poured a bunch of Kool-Aid into a pool or something.
yeah, or even like they don't want kids filling up the bathtub with Kool-Aid so they can swim in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I mean, that's something a kid would do.
Oh, for sure. Ah, fucking shit.
Of course, again, I don't know if a kid would read the manual. So they might just assume that it's Kool-Aid. Alright. 20,000 points.
Nice.
It would be nice if the pool filled up as you got more points. Like every 10,000 points, you get a little bit more water back in the pool.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Because it is just kind of an inevitability that eventually they will drink the pool.
Right. Oh my god. Ugh. Gonna lose. Oh, I lost. 29,000.
Damn, that's better than I've done. Good job. If I can just finish this level. Oh god. Nope, 23,800.
Just getting
All
kicked
right.
around now.
Yeah.
Or Kool-Aid
Kicking
Man.
Kool-Aid Man. Kicking him when he's down. But, I will give Kool-Aid Man this. He does get knocked down, but he gets knocked back up again.
Yeah, yeah.
They're never going to keep him down. So, are we ready to rank?
Yeah.
Okay. That's been Kool-Aid Man. Cool. Aid Man.
This game's so silly.
It is very silly.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's kind of, for a licensed game based on Kool-Aid, it's much better than I would have expected.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Most games based on products, I mean, there are a few standouts like Cool Spot and stuff, but most of them are like Chester Cheetah's Wild Wild Quest.
Oh god, yeah.
It's just the most generic, low effort video game ever. But
yeah, they literally just, replace a couple of sprites and throw it in a game that's already made.
yeah. But I think it's cool that it's cool that they have the opening animation.
Yeah,
Which
that's pretty neat.
I think if you ask people what Kool-Aid Man is most known for, it would be smashing through walls and saying, "Oh yeah."
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely
So they really captured the essence of the Kool-Aid Man character, I think.
for sure. He just needed to say "oh yeah," and it'd have been a home run slam dunk.
Yeah, if they had speech synthesizer technology at this point,
Yeah,
number one.
number one.
Well, probably not, but
All right, for real. Uh,
I think it's better than Cocoa Nuts.
it's better than Coconuts for sure. It's better than Spider Man.
Yeah,
It's more fun to play than Spider Man's probably a well, I wouldn't say a deeper game, but it's a more difficult game for sure.
yeah.
It's on the same kind of level as Gauntlet, I would say, but it's better than Gauntlet, I would say.
Me too. The theme is a lot nicer. Feels better to control. Like it has a sense of fun to it with all of the bright colors and
Absolutely.
like the fun little music jingles when you get the power up. And Gauntlet is just a miserable experience.
Pretty much. I mean,
I think
the best thing that Gauntlet has going for it is the sound that you make when you slow down and you like
yeah.
skid. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's a pretty damning thing to say about a game. I think it's kind of fun in the same way that Star Gunner is, where it's
Yeah.
very simple.
It's simple, repetitive, but
I like the sound effects in Kool-Aid Man more, and
yeah.
I like the graphics and just how friendly it is.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
it's neat. So I like the I like that their way of doing the graphics that they did was it's basically lines of color across the screen, and then depending on what level you're on, that line of color is added to whatever is there.
right.
I mean, that's a cool little idea of being able to have like rainbow colors without within
Without a
the
bunch of flickering and flashing and
right,
stuff.
yeah, within the limitations of what they're doing. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Is Kool-Aid Man better than Home Run?
Home Run's a pretty decent baseball game.
Yeah. I think I like that it's a full 9 inning game of baseball.
Yeah.
That gives you some length to a single game. Um, it has like a better sense of control, I would say. Like
Mm-hmm.
Kool-Aid Man, the movement feels a little sluggish, especially when you get to the later levels,
Yeah.
and when you start getting bounced around and you lose control, that can be kind of
It can be
frustrating.
a little frustrating, yeah. You're just like you're never sure when you're gonna get control back again.
Yeah,
And it can be one of those things where you're just like waiting for it to get control back again. You miss like a small opportunity to be able to move and you end up getting hit again because it's the one of the levels when everything's moving super fast.
yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, I would say it's probably yeah. I'd
yeah. I
say
think the
it's
science would say it's a little worse than Home Run.
I agree. I'd say it's our new number 11.
Okay, good deal. So we are breaking up the Homestar Runner,
Yeah, yeah.
sadly, but a top 11 game for Kool-Aid Man, I think that's pretty respectable.
Sure.
Congratulations to Kool-Aid Man, our new number 11 Atari 2600 game of all time.
Yeah. And we officially have broken the top 20. We are number 21 now.
All right, awesome. Making some good progress here.
All right.
By the way, this game is made by M Network, which is they were in televisions. The basically the same company, but they made games for other consoles.
Oh, okay.
So so it's cool that Intellivision still managed to make a decent game on the Atari, even though they were competitors at the time.
That's cool. They didn't just, put some bullshit up there because they, wanted it to be a garbage game on a system that they weren't, making money off of.
Yeah, they tried to make a fun game, and I think they succeeded.
That's cool. All right. Our next
Uh,
game is going to be
well,
a little weird.
but before
Oh,
we start, I need to take a quick restroom break,
oh,
so
for sure.
I want to pause the recording. I'll
Yep.
be right back.
Be right back.
And we are back, and we are ready to jump back into the next game.
Yep. As I was just about to say, the next game is mine, and we're going to shift gears a bit into a entirely different kind of game that we haven't played yet in the game Glib. It is basically a Scrapple game for the Atari 2600.
No kidding.
Yeah. So the way it starts is you have what is it? You have these two rows of 8 squares. And the first there's different versions of the game that you can play, but the easiest one is what's called Billboard. So basically, if you hit F2 to start, it's going to load, and then you have to hit a button. It's going to load a 8 letters, and you have to try and make the best word you can out of those 8 letters. You're the little orange dot, which basically you click on a letter and then you can basically like move them all down to your word tray in Scrabble, basically, or your letter tray, I should
Okay.
say. And like each letter is worth a certain amount of points. But the idea is that you try to make the longest word you can. Once you are done with that word, you go down to where it says E for enter, and P is pass. If you're playing with multiple people, you do that. So the letters I've never been super great at this to begin with. So ew, I don't know if I can make a long word.
Well, I just made the word state and got 20
Nice,
points for it.
Luis.
Uh,
I think on my
so
word's literally going to be a 3-letter word because I don't know if there's anything else in here.
yeah, sometimes that's what you got to do. Um, so do you know what the little blue lines under some of the letters in the bottom tray are?
Um,
I wonder if they're like double letter scores or something. So it looks like you always have to use the first letter that it gives you.
oh, you do, huh?
I was hoping maybe you could move the letter around to some of the other spaces, but
So
I don't think that.
the first version we're playing also has no time limit, so you have as much time as you want.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Move a letter of the cursor. Doesn't say.
Okay, so
Reposition.
if you place something in the wrong place, you can move it back to your
Right,
Scrabble hand, which is
right,
nice.
right.
Yeah, for the second hand, I don't know if I can make a great word out of this either. Uh,
Oh, okay. It's for scoring points. Um, Score value of each letter is indicated by a number in the lower right within letter frame. Score of each turn is the sum of the letters valued in each word formed. If there's a light blue line under the lower rack, it doubles the score of the letter placed on it. If there's a dark blue line under the lower letter rack, it triples the letter.
okay.
Or for an entire word is doubled when on a pink rack. and the score for the entire word is tripled on a red rack. Yeah, so I used I tripled the letter. Or doubled that particular. Oh, well, actually, same. Weird. Whatever. We got 8 points.
So, I made a discovery.
Oh?
It doesn't seem to actually check whether what you play is a real word or not.
It doesn't?
No, so I just threw all of my letters onto the play field, and I just got like 60 something points for it.
Really?
Yeah, so this word I'm playing now, Zadwevt, Zadwevt.
Uh-huh.
I go down here to enter, and it just has no problem accepting it.
Oh, that's kind of crappy.
Yeah, I was wondering about that because I didn't think the Atari 2600 had enough like ROM space for like a dictionary list of words.
Yeah.
So I mean that's not that dissimilar to Scrabble because you're kind of on the honor system there too.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So if you were playing this with other people, I would guess you would just have to do, you know, the same system of like challenging a word where you know, you have to look it up, and if it's not a real word, then they lose their turn, or if it is a real word, then the person who challenges loses their turn.
Hmm.
But yeah, as a single player game, there's nothing stopping you from just kind of cheating profusely, which, you know, I'm not surprised by, but it does make it feel a little sillier.
Yeah, because I can just get 86 points by putting that in. It's like
Yeah.
literally nothing.
Yeah. Okay, well, I want to start a new game here, and that was more of an experiment, and I'm going to try to play honestly, or as honestly as I can anyway.
Yeah.
Uh, does it end in this mode, or do you just keep going and try to get the highest score possible?
So there are. It says how many sets of words there are. I think it's like fucking 90 something or something like that. Oh, there are 98 letters. So 14 turns.
Oh, okay. So you just try to get the highest score possible
Right,
in those 13 turns.
out of the 14 turns. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, you've uh
Well, on my first turn here of my honest game, I can't think of a word. Not even a 2 or 3 letter one. So I'm going to have to pass, I think.
I don't know how you could possibly get a 5-letter word. Anything besides. So my letters are SANS, so 2 S's, an A and an N, an R, an F, and a Q.
Oh, geez.
Like, that's impossible. There's no 7-letter word you could get out of that.
No, I mean, it is truly random. It doesn't seem like it gives you any kind of like it doesn't make sure like you get a U if you get a Q, right?
Yeah,
So not as friendly as it could be in that respect.
definitely not. But I could get 179 points by putting everything in.
That's true. Uh
Ooh, baby, let's go.
Yeah. My honest game didn't really last very long here.
That's really sad that you figured out that it doesn't have to be like an actual word.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of suspected just based on the limitations of the hardware. Um, I mean, that said, I don't know if it was possible to do it any differently at the time.
Right, yeah.
Here we go. I have a real word I can play.
Yeah, same. You make
Warn.
rapid.
Rapid.
Is rapider a word?
I mean, according to this
More
game, it
rapid?
is.
Is it more rapid or rapider?
I mean, I think rapider is technically not incorrect. Okay, I just got a hand with no vowels.
Oh, it's rapid. Shit.
Oh.
All right, so
Yeah, I
not
got
you got nothing
G.
but vowels
No, I got nothing but
or
consonants.
consonants.
So I got GNRSNRF.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I can't do anything with this.
All right, well, I can make rapid, so that's not cheating.
That's not.
Yeah.
And I can make Gnurse Nerf. So
Oh.
you mentioned that this game has other modes.
Yes, it does have other modes. If you let's see. It says if you change game level.
So if you hit the game select switch, it starts cycling through numbers.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so game 1 is Billboard, which is what we have been doing. Game 2 is Skill Builder. It only and that it only the number of letters you use to form a word on the lower rack are replaced at the beginning of each new. So instead of it replacing all of the letters, it only replaces what letters you used. Game 3 is a time attack type of thing. Game 4, uh, something called Encore, where it like the letters like dance across the screen, and you have to you have to stop it when you see letters that you want to use, and then use those.
Oh, that's fun.
And then game 5 is the same as game 4, except for that doesn't can do it continuously. They'll fall off the screen and never come back.
Interesting.
So those are the different games. And then as long as you're on level 1 skill level wise, you'll never have a time.
Right.
Two
And
numbers displayed at the top of the screen will change when the switch is held down. Before the game begins, the upper number shown as A in the diagram indicates the game being played. The lower number shows what skill level.
oh, okay. I thought the other number was like a number of players situation.
No,
So is there no two-player mode?
there is.
Oh, okay.
That's true. That's the difficulty switch changes.
Oh, I see. Well, I actually got a Q with a U, but the first letter is an I, and I don't know if there's much I can do with that.
So which one are you playing?
So I just kind of cycled through a few of them. I did the time limit mode single player, and
Okay.
now I'm doing like I'm trying the two-player mode just to see
What the difference is?
yeah, see if it like if it like tells you what player is currently playing or anything.
Okay. What the hell? Oh, okay, they do change. Okay. Ah, it just doesn't stop. It just keeps going.
Which one?
The one where it just like continues to cycle.
Oh. Oops. I pressed the wrong button.
God, you can't return letters either.
That sucks.
I was gonna make language, but then I remembered that it was fucking 5 letters and not 7. Or 8 letters and not 7.
Uh,
Well, Langer.
Langer?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll believe that's a word.
As soon as I get an R.
Oh. Man, I
Or,
just got one where the first letter has to be an X. Are you kidding me?
oh, jeez.
Well. Oh, wait. You can place letters before that.
You can.
Yeah, hang on. Let me make sure it's not just something with this mode. I think if you try to place a letter, like if you move the cursor to the same tile as the first letter, you can place a letter before it.
Oh.
Let me make sure that holds up. Yeah, totally. So, yeah, if you put the cursor before the first letter, it just pushes it forward in the word.
Oh.
So that makes it a lot easier. I just made the word goat.
Or goat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make the word Rosetta, but I missed the second F.
Now I just made the word dote.
This is actually really easy if you don't have a time limit because you can just sit here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's no fun. Oh, this one? Oh, okay. Once you use the letters, that only replaces the ones that you. Oh, I see what you mean. You can. You can literally,
Yeah.
yeah, you can move them all. You just can't move the first one. Okay, well, let's. Oh, I can make la creme.
Le creme?
Well, it's cream. Oh no!
Oh.
Yeah, creme. CREAM. Just saying it like a fucking loser. Uh,
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to get this two-player mode to work. It doesn't seem to be doing anything.
oh, that I don't know.
Maybe it needs to be the right difficulty switch. Okay, well, whatever.
Whatever.
I mean, you could play with another person just by like taking turns
Right, right, yeah.
and trying to make real words and keeping track of the score yourself, I guess. I don't know.
I want to use the letter Z, but I don't know. Do these make word? Well, I guess I could put zit. Z-I-T? Zit?
Yeah, that's a word.
There we go. Use the Z, mommy. Look at that. Aw. I had a T, I could put Botox. Got an X. A letter, or it's a triple word. Gotta put it in there. So.
Okay, so this mode where it cycles through the letters is a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. Without a time limit, though, it's a bit boring.
Yeah, I'm playing on skill level 2, so
Oh, so you have a time limit.
yeah, trying to make the best word before time runs out, I can see is an interesting challenge.
Yeah.
As long as you don't cheat and just throw whatever letters on there.
Right. Uh,
So
ew.
I think the two-player mode is both players control the cursor at the same time.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, because I switched it. Okay. Oh, that's weird. Like I still have the other button mapped to my controller.
Hmm?
So I was playing uh like I was moving my cursor and it wouldn't let me enter it by pressing the first player's joystick button. I had to press the other player's joystick button. But now I can't move the cursor. So yeah, I think it's expecting input from player 2 and I don't have that mapped.
Hmm. Interesting.
So yeah, I'm not sure how exactly this is working, but it does have some kind of two-player functionality at least.
Huh.
And I think you need to flip the right difficulty switch instead of the left. Well, this has been a very unique game.
Yeah. Yeah. This is. It's something.
It is something.
All right. I'm totally cheating and what do you mean? Using proper names, because whatever.
Yeah, whatever. This
Fucking
isn't tournament play.
fucking Dora.
I'm trying to spell the word hectic before time expires.
Nice.
It's not giving me another eye. Come on, you jerk. Let me see that eye. At least while you're waiting for a letter, you can move the cursor back and forth and play a nice little song. All right, got the eye. Give me that C. Come on. It does appear that the point values and letter distribution are stolen straight out of Scrabble.
Well, it's made by the same people that made Scrabble, apparently.
Oh, really?
At least that's the advertisement that came with the game.
Interesting.
Yep. It is Glib, the video word game for the Atari 2600, the new fast playing, exciting word game from the Scrabble brand people.
A Scrabble brand.
hmm
Okay.
QDI Games in
Huh.
Smithtown, New York.
Oh. There we go. Hectic. I did it.
Nice.
26 points. Nice.
That's funny.
Okay, well, I made at least one real word, so so I think I'm satisfied here. Are you ready to rank?
Sure. Yeah,
Okay,
let's do it.
let's figure out where the heck this game should go. Because as it is, I have no idea. That could be the worst game we've ever played or the best.
Mm.
No, it's probably not the best.
It's not great.
I mean, like if you really um held yourself to a standard and you really tried to make nothing but real words, I could see I mean, I can't see playing this by myself, even if I was trying to, be honest, quote unquote,
Right.
because there's just no like getting the highest score I can by myself. It would be like playing Scrabble by myself, which I would never do because, there's
Yeah.
no point.
There's no point. Yeah.
Um, so by that metric, I think the science is going to have to place it pretty low.
Yeah, because I mean, you're basically. I mean, so yes, it has a two-player mode, but as you pointed out, the two-player mode is like weird, and it's not actually two-player.
Yeah, and that might just be because my controls are set up weird. I'm not sure. I would need to actually like map the second player controls to like the keyboard or something to see how that works.
Well, I will. I
Um,
mean, I'll tell you when it says that you can play two-player, it doesn't like it doesn't change what the game looks like or anything like that.
right, like it doesn't. Well, I think the color of the cursor changed when it was player two's turn.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I think player one had an orange cursor and player two had a blue one. Um,
Mm.
but for the purposes of the science, I don't think we can I don't think it matters really because we have to rank it based on the single player experience.
Sure, and a single player experience. When the hell are you ever gonna play Scrabble by yourself?
Never. I
Never.
mean, I'm sure there are people who do, but
Right.
it's not something I would want to do. And scientifically speaking, I think that makes it worse than Spider-Man at least.
Oh, okay. Apparently, in two. So just looking up. Apparently, in two-player mode, the player two has the ability to reject words that the other player plays.
Oh, okay.
So you
So
like
that's
you. Yeah. Go ahead.
okay. That makes sense because I had to press the one player button and then I had to press the second player's button
Mm-hmm.
to proceed.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's like a level of approval there. So if it's not a real word, the second player can reject it.
So in that way, you could play. You could use an outside guide, aka a fucking dictionary, to figure out
Yeah,
if the word that you're playing is actually a usable word, which I guess is technically how you play Scrabble as well. So,
right. So with another person, as with Scrabble, there is a game here, and I
yeah.
think, I mean, in some ways, I would rather play this than Scrabble because you don't have, the board to worry about. You don't have to have a table to play on.
Yeah.
Um, you don't have to worry about the board getting bumped and the letters getting messed up.
Yeah.
Um, so there is some value here, but again, I think that value only exists as a two-player game,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
I still think it's better than Alfred Challenge.
Uh, huh.
Ooh, really? You think Alfred Challenge is better? Oh no. Wow. Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
so Alfred Challenge is it's basically a game that you have to speedrun to be able to play,
Yes. It is
right?
it is one of those games that you have to play a shit ton and learn where to go, what to do, and everything on each level. Yeah.
And if I was stuck on a desert island, which is always my go-to metaphor, and
Okay.
all I had was a copy of Alpha Challenge, and I was waiting to be rescued, I could practice it for hours and hours until I can actually speedrun the game. I wouldn't want to.
But you could.
Um, I could. If I was stuck on a desert island with Glib and I was by myself,
You'd be fucked because you wouldn't have a dictionary.
yeah, exactly. And like, I could just I could use the words that I know, um, but I could also do that without Glib. I
Right.
could do that with like I don't know some stones that I like some pebbles that I scratch letters into and put them in half a coconut and pull them out and try to make words.
Right. Right.
There's just not that much to it, for single player,
Yeah.
um, and for that reason, I think I would rather play Alpha Challenge.
Holy shit. Okay. Yeah. That's a very compelling argument.
But that said, well,
I mean, it controls better than miniature golf.
Glib does.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, I think for miniature golf and minor, the controls are just broken in a way
Uh
that
huh.
makes them actively unpleasant to play.
Yeah.
Whereas with Alfred Challenge, like I did eventually learn, even when I'm using the D-pad, that if I sort of hold a diagonal direction as I approach the ladder, I don't have to line that up.
Yeah, I think that's why it was working with the analog because it was,
Yeah,
you know, it's constantly hitting a direction as well.
right. So once I figured, like, I was able to finish level one by figuring that out. And once you figure that out, the controls aren't that bad. Um, but with miniature golf, I think just the fundamental thing that you do, like you can't really dial in your angle or your power super precisely.
No,
Um, so yeah, I think Glib is probably better than miniature golf.
I'll agree.
All right, would that make Glib our new number 20?
I would make our big Glib the new number 20.
All right. Well, congratulations to the people who brought us Scrabble uh, for this game. Um, I do think it would have value as a two-player game,
For sure.
but unfortunately, we just can't factor that into the science.
Yeah.
But congratulations nonetheless, a top 20 game.
Top 20 game. Wow.
All right.
Worse than Apple.
I mean, does my reasoning make sense to you?
No, no, it makes total sense. I just did not expect I picking that game and playing it. I still didn't expect. I mean, I do not like that game. Don't get me wrong, but
Right.
I didn't expect it to be or to be considered like doing the science of it to be worse than Alfred Challenge. But yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Believe me.
Yeah, and if it was possible for it to actually have a dictionary and validate your words, then the
It,
calculation would
it
be
would
different.
it would be so much higher. Just
Right.
if it had the ability to like be like, no, that's not a word. Fuck off. You know, that would make it at least it would at least be up in the like Star Gunner Gauntlet Spider-Man range, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're probably right.
At the very least, it would be like next to Blackjack.
Right. It would be like if you were playing blackjack and you could just win with a 24, you know,
Exactly, yeah.
if it was just on the honor system.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So,
That's so bad. Oh my god. Okay.
yeah.
Anyway, your final game
Yeah.
is a doozy.
Yeah, I picked a big one for this week.
Yeah.
I think it's about time that we play a game that more than a couple people might have heard of.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and this is unquestionably a classic. Uh, it is Adventure.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those. Is this is this gonna be our new top game?
Yeah,
Question.
that is definitely a question we are going to have to ask. Um, so we're going to start with game one here. There is a one on the screen.
Yep.
So you press the reset button, and you're this yellow dot. You can grab this yellow key
Mm,
and open up the yellow castle. There's a sword in the yellow castle. You can grab that. If you go right and then down, there's a dragon here you can kill.
Oh.
And so that's the green dragon I just slayed. And then I'm going to hang on to the sword for a minute and go left from that first screen. And there's a yellow dragon that I can kill. And those are the only dragons in this version of the game. So I dropped my sword. I went back to the room with the green dragon and grabbed the black key.
Wait.
Now that
Oh, do you have to hit it like multiple times to kill it or something?
you shouldn't, it might attack you. It'll make like an explosion noise,
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
and you can sort of dodge and get away from it. But
Oh, okay. I need to make sure the sword is like facing towards them. Okay.
yeah, it's not. It doesn't. It looks more like an arrow than a sword.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
yeah, you have to poke them with the part that looks like an arrow. So I can now grab the black key and go up through the blue maze here. And you can press the button when you want to drop an item.
Right? I think.
And the blue maze is kind of confusing because nothing really connects the way that it seems like it should. Um, but with enough trial and error, you can get through it no problem. So I'm at the Black Castle here. I opened it up. There's a magnet. You don't really need the magnet in this game, but it does teach you how to use the magnet. I just dropped the key and it sort of scooted its way over to the magnet. So I go north from the magnet room. There is the magic chalice. It is flashing to show you that it's magic.
Hmm?
And now I just head back the way I came, go back through the blue maze with the magic chalice, exit the maze. Everything starts flashing when there's too much stuff on the screen. But I made it back to the yellow castle with the chalice, and now I win.
Don't have to. Oh, okay, yeah. Wow. All right.
And that is the first level of adventure.
Interesting.
It's basically a tutorial just to show you how everything works.
Okay.
Level 2 is kind of the real game. So if
Right.
you press the game select switch a couple times and then press the game reset button,
Hmm.
you start out in level 2.
So level.
And
Do I have to catch the sword from the bat?
you can sort of catch the bat sometimes.
Oh, right.
The way the bat works is really weird. It is like you can grab the bat. I don't really know if you can kill the dragons this way. Um, that's actually, yeah, you totally can. So yeah, you can grab the bat. Okay, so the bat just grabbed the dead dragon and took off, which is fine. Um, so in level 2, the
Oh,
first thing you need to do is go
died.
through the catacombs. Okay, so when you die, you can press the reset button to sort of respawn back at the castle.
Hmm.
And some of the things that you do are still in effect. Like if you unlocked any doors, I think they should still be open.
Yeah, me catching the bat, it he did it remembered where it was.
Right. Um, so I'm in the catacombs here, and
The
everything.
catacombs
Sorry,
is
go.
like the catacombs is the area where it's like dark or whatever and you can't see.
Right. You can only see in a little radius around your character.
Yeah. So
Um,
you have the bat, it's flashing. It's very not cool.
yeah, and if there's like a dragon on the screen, it makes like the more things are on screen at a time, the worse everything flashes.
Yeah.
Which, when it's hard to see anyway, I think the flashing is even worse. Like I understand why they wanted to include a darkness mechanic,
Right.
um, because it makes things a little bit more interesting. It makes it a little harder to solve the maze. Um, but with everything on the screen flashing the way it is, I think it just makes it 10 times harder to see anything.
Okay, the bat just took the key. Super great.
Right. So if you grab another item and find the bat will steal the item that you're currently holding. So if there's like a key that you've already used, um, you can use that and sort of trade with the bat.
Oh, I'm inside the. Oh, okay. I guess the dragon ate me. I'm inside its stomach.
Yeah. When you get eaten by the dragon, you have to reset. And if you want to start completely over and reset the location of all the items and stuff, you can press the game select switch again, and there should be a 2 on screen. And when you press reset again, it'll reset the state of the world. So if you want
Dragon
to get
that time.
a fresh start.
Too bad. Dragon, he's dead.
So I
Catacombs
oh,
sucks.
huh?
I said this catacomb sucks.
Yeah, it's not very pleasant. So I've opened up the Yellow Castle. So once I find the chalice, I'll be able to return to it and win the game. The next step that I have to do here, I found the white key in the blue maze. So I have to take the white key to the White Castle. Um, if okay, so the bat stole the white key and left it stuck in a wall.
Oh, well, I think that's GG then, eh?
Well, I can get the magnet and use the magnet to retrieve the key from the wall.
Ah.
So when you're on screen with the magnet and another item, uh,
If I catch the bat, use the bat with the should be able to open up whatever I need to open with that key, right?
yeah, that should
Yeah.
totally work.
Leave the bat in here. Leave me alone. Stop showing up in other places and cause flickering to happen. Oh, see, for me, the white key is just in the wall no matter what.
Oh, I think that means the bat picked it up at some point and just left it there.
Oh, what a dick.
Because the white key starts in the blue maze. Oh god, the dragon's after me. Uh, okay, so what do I do with this bridge? That's right, I have to bring the bridge over here and place it here in the red maze, and then I go across the bridge on the other side, and that gets me the black key. So now that I have the black key, I have to go all the way back through the blue maze and open the black castle because that's where the chalice is in this version of the game.
What do you need the white key?
The white castle, which has the red dungeon in it. The red dungeon is where you get the black key, but you need the bridge to get to it. And unfortunately, it takes a lot of trial and error to figure out where the black key is because the red dungeon, you don't really have a good idea of where you're supposed to go. Get away from me, bat. No, the bat stole the black key. Oh, you bastard. Oh god, and the dragon's after me. And I have no idea where the sword is. Fudge.
Okay, so
Give
I
me
have,
that key.
oh,
Alright, okay,
I
so
have
I got the black key.
the
I can...
bridge. I can move the bridge away from the stupid dragons. Good. Fuck.
Yeah, the flickering in this game is really hard to deal with. Um, it kind of drives me crazy, to be honest.
Great.
Alright. So I got the gold chalice. Oh god. Oh no, the bat stole it and now the dragon's after me. No, I got eaten. Oh. I'm in the dragon's belly.
Already happened. Bad.
This is the worst thing that could possibly happen.
Yes. Oh, the flickering has stopped. Thank God.
Oh, and when you respawn, the dragons come back to life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
It's quite unfortunate.
I'm guessing there's more than one dragon.
Yeah. There are 3 dragons, a yellow, a green, and a blue. The red dragon is sort of locked in the black castle, so you only have to worry about the yellow and green dragons until you get to that point. All right, I have the chalice again. I'm heading back to the yellow castle. Oh, and I win.
Nice.
Oh,
Finally figure out where to go. Put that down. I haven't figured out where to go in the damn catacombs.
yeah, it's tough to figure out.
Here's the magnet. Ah! Oh! Picking that up. Magnet. Away. Okay, there's the... Okay, I found the White Castle. Need to go get the white key.
Yep, and the white key, by default, it starts in the, yeah.
Where I need to go. Your key. Have the key. Maze.
So, game 3 is the same
Ah!
as...
Ah! The
it's, a,
fucking dragon!
it's the same as game 2, except that everything is randomized.
Fuck, I died. Bastard. Alright.
Yeah, I died a couple times on the way to finishing level 2.
Sons of bitches. Ah, that dragon's alive again! Fuck! Where did I put the... Uh-oh. 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 Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Where did I put the sword? Oh, no. Put it here. Oh. Fuck! Oh, got ate by the dragon. Alright. Sword down. To do that. So dumb.
Well, it's always possible that the bat grabbed the sword and took it to some random place. Because it does that, even when it's not on the screen and the stuff isn't on the screen. The bat can just grab stuff and fly away with it.
Oh, leave me alone. Dragon?
Alright, so the magnet's still in the same place.
How did I put the sword?
And it's always possible that the bat just left it in a wall somewhere.
I left the bat in the yellow castle.
Yeah, but it can get out.
Oh, I know what I did. Left the sword. No, that's the magnet. Fuck.
Oh god, the red dragon is out, and it is super
Oh,
fast.
didn't leave the
Oh,
sword there.
the bat has a chalice.
That still has the
Okay,
key.
now I have the chalice.
Where did I?
And you can finish the game without the sword. Like, you don't have to kill the dragons. It just it's way easier if you can kill them because then you don't have to dodge them. All right, so the bat has the sword now, which means the chalice must be laying around somewhere. This is what I'm so I'm doing a
Ah,
randomized game now, and it was going to be very easy because the black key was right outside the black castle, and I think even in the randomized games, the chalice is always in the black castle. It's just a matter of getting there.
oh yeah.
Um, but the bat stole the chalice, and I don't know where it left it. So it might be in the White Castle, and now I have to go get the white key. Um, or maybe it's just in one of these random empty rooms. Nope, that would have been nice. And I don't have the sword, and the red dragon is coming after me. And I'm not sure I know where the white key is, so I guess I'm going to go back into. Okay, so the white key is in the blue maze.
Don't need the white key.
Ah, I got eaten. So I can press start and respawn and do the same randomized game here. Um, and now there are two dragons after me. Oh god. Okay, well I don't need the bridge at least. Oh, I got eaten. All right, well let's restart. Hopefully I can just grab the key, just jump into the blue maze and just grab the key and get out. Okay.
Didn't need the white key, right? I have the. I opened. Yeah. Confused.
Yeah, if you've already been in the White Castle, you shouldn't need the white key. At least I wouldn't think.
But why the hell is the? I found the sword. Ooh.
Nice. All right, there's nothing in here. Unless I need the bridge, which is quite possible. Oh, there's the chalice. Okay, it was in the catacombs. Oh, don't get eaten. Don't get eaten. Okay. I have the chalice. The yellow castle was open. Boom. And that is a randomized game completed.
No, no. Oh, it ate me,
So,
but. No. Oh man.
yeah, the
Son
dragons.
of a bee.
The dragons are bastards. So I can start a new randomized game here, and everything's in a different location. The black key is just right here, which is nice. I can go on ahead and try to get the chalice, although I will still need to
Oh
find
God.
the yellow key to open the yellow castle.
Oh no! Now the fucking. Oh yes. Oh, 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 no, 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 no. Don't, no. No, why you eat me, Peter?
Yeah, the dragons really shouldn't be able to do that. It's very unfair.
Hacking.
Yeah. The dragons are known hackers. They
Die on
should
the
have their
sword.
accounts banned.
What? Oh my god, stop. Oh, die on the sword, you fuck. Die on the sword. Die. Ah, it's cheating. Sword's
Live by
right.
the sword, die on the sword.
Sword's right there. Die on it. Oh, you fucker.
Alright.
I think the other dragon's in the way and it won't die on the sword. Oh, I got it. Hit him in the face. Why? God, it ate me again. You bastard.
How dare it?
I'm sitting there running into the sword and not dying.
Yeah, the collision detection in this game can be kind of iffy sometimes. It kind of sucks.
Sons of bitches. Come over. Come here. Fucking get stabbed in the face.
Well, I got 8. I have no idea how to get to that chalice anyway. So, I'm going to randomize a new game here.
So I'm running into an issue of um I'm in the White Castle. The White Castle didn't have anything.
So, you need the bridge in the White Castle to get
Oh,
the black key.
okay, so it's the bridge. But the bridge wasn't in the White Castle.
It's near the White Castle.
Oh,
It starts out in the catacombs, I think.
okay.
If the bat doesn't fly off with it.
Okay, so then you need the bridge to get to the red dungeon? No, to the black key.
Right, the black key in the red dungeon requires the bridge to get to.
Where's
And
so where's the red dungeon?
the red dungeon is in the White Castle.
Oh, so it's this.
Yeah.
So what do
Sorry,
I
it's kind of confusing.
so what do I have to do?
You need to take the bridge like north and right, and then
Oh.
there will be a wall that you can cross over with the bridge. And if you go south, there will be like 2 paths you can take. And if you go south by the right passage, you should see the black key there.
Ah, I figured it out.
Excellent.
Oh, okay. That way for okay. All right, so got the key.
So I really like randomizers, and I think the fact that this game even had a randomizer is kind of
Pretty,
mind-blowing.
yeah, pretty crazy.
This game came out in 1980,
Yeah, dude.
which was the same year that the original Rogue came out for like mainframe computers and stuff. And
So, so where is the? Okay.
it's a different kind of game, obviously, but
Right.
the fact that this is
Still,
an action game that you can randomize, or an action adventure game that you can randomize, I think is pretty incredible.
that was hilarious. So in the blue dungeon, I left the magnet and I had the sword. So with the sword automatically, I like dropped the sword to try and move it around to stab the dragon. And it started getting drugged towards the magnet. And I was like, ah, shit. And so I just ran away. And then I went back and the dragon spawned right on top of the sword and stabbed itself.
Yeah, it's always nice when that happens.
I don't know where to take this key.
Which key?
Black key for the black dungeon. The
The black dungeon is at the top, or the black castle is at the top of the blue maze.
Oh, okay. So I do need to go back.
Yeah. So I just got eaten by a dragon, and then the bat picked up the dragon and started flying me around the world.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So that's
I've
pretty fun.
seen that happen before.
Yeah. Like, for how simple this game is, there are a lot of like emergent gameplay moments that I think make it one of the most interesting games on the platform.
Or
Just the way the bat behaves is so like it trolls you. The bat,
yeah, yeah.
it is absolutely a huge troll, and like the
Do
bat
you need
has a personality.
the bridge to get past this?
To get past what?
The blue area as well?
No, no. If you take the right path, you can't get through the blue maze without the bridge.
Fuck.
The only thing the bridge is required for is getting the black key.
Okay.
The bridge can help you get through the maze faster, but you don't need it. And it's confusing because nothing connects to anything the way that you think that it should.
Yeah.
Um, but you can sort of brute force your way through it, especially if you don't have to worry about dragons. Um, but yeah, it can be very confusing. Like I still get lost in the blue maze pretty frequently.
I feel like you have to have. I don't know.
Yeah, I wish I could. Okay, so I'm in the blue maze now.
Right.
So when
Where?
you enter the blue maze, there are two forks you can take, left and right.
Right. And then there are two ups. Right.
Right. So you don't want to take either of the. You don't want to go up.
Right.
You
Because
want to
that just loops
go
around.
right. So you want to go left and then up, and then follow that path. I think they're. I just got eaten.
The,
But if you go left up and just follow the path, you should be able to make your way through. I'll try to get back there so I can.
oh no. Yeah.
Okay. So if you still have the black key, then once you get to the black castle and open it up, it's going to be another catacombs area.
Dragon.
Yes, that's where the red dragon is, and the
Fuck.
red dragon,
Okay.
the red dragon sucks.
Oh, he ate me. Fuck. I had the chalice right there.
Yeah,
All right. Scared the shit out of me.
yeah.
Because it was like I took one step and it was like death right there. What the fuck? Fuck off, yellow dragon. You son of a prick.
One thing that may or may not be helpful to you is the yellow dragon is afraid of the yellow key. So if you don't have the sword, you can hold the or have the yellow key in the same room as the yellow dragon to make it run away.
Oh my god, the fucking dragon's in the way and I can't get past it.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah. Sometimes the red dragon is just in a position where you can't really do much to get past it. Okay, I just started a new game and the green dragon was right beside me.
Alright.
So that's fun.
Okay. No! Fucking magnet. God.
Yeah, the magnet will get you.
Dirty butthole.
Well, I found the sword. That doesn't happen very often in the randomized game. So if I can kill that orange dragon, or the red dragon, or whatever color it is, that'll make things much easier on me.
Can't get past this dragon's dead body.
Oh no.
I can't get past the dragon's dead body.
Oh, that sucks.
This is...
Yeah. Like, the only thing you can really do is, try to grab the bat.
I got
Okay. Good deal.
head to like
Yeah.
oh my god, now I can't get to Christ.
Oh my god. I had the sword. I took it into the room with the White Castle, and the green dragon just immediately ate me. That's Bupkis.
Okay.
Alright, new game.
This. Alice finally beat the game.
Nice. Excellent.
It was crazy. Took way too long.
Yeah, I was really proud of myself the first time I beat level 2. There's a lot to it. Did you start a randomized game?
Nope. I'm good there.
Okay.
Whew. Jesus. Fucking dragons. So I guess level 3 is randomized.
Yep, it's the same as level 2, except that the locations of all the items are in random locations. Uh, unfortunately, it is possible to get a game that's impossible to win because, like, the yellow key is in the yellow castle. Like, that does happen sometimes. But it's also possible to get a game where it's really easy to win because the black key is like immediately available, so you can go straight to the black castle and get the chalice.
What I was trying to do, but the damn dragon ate me.
Yeah.
The black key was available.
Oh, yeah.
No, dragon, leave me alone. Fuck you. Run away. Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
in the randomized games, the red dragon is often just roaming around, and
Oh,
that
Jesus.
that can be really hard to deal with.
That was the yellow and green dragons are both just roaming around.
Oh yeah, when there's two dragons on your trail, there's not a lot that you can do.
Yellow. Oh god, the red dragon. That's the bridge. That's not the chalice. Fuck. Oh. Oh. Nope. Ate me?
Yeah, you don't have to complete a randomized game. I just think it's really cool that it exists.
No, it's fine. Try.
Okay.
Found the yellow key, so I might as well open up. Oh, that just took the yellow key. Opened up the thing before he took it. Fine.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I keep getting screwed on these randomized games by the red dragon just being out. I think I got eaten by the yellow and green dragons at the same time there.
Oh
That's
my god.
amazing. Yes, a sword.
I would love a sword. Okay, yep. Give me again.
Sword
Oh,
is a very nice thing to have. Kill the
get,
red dragon.
get the white key. That cat. Oh, damn it. The bat just took the white key. That key. Like, run directly in. Oh, I have to be.
Yeah, bats are always the worst enemy in any video game.
There's this. Oh, bat's carrying on the dragon.
Nice. See, the bat can be helpful sometimes.
Oh my god, yellow dragon, leave me alone. Now the green dragon's after me. Bat, grab the yellow dragon.
The bat is a real trickster. The bat just wants to watch the world burn.
Hey, I can win the game.
Nice.
Oh god, leave me alone. No. No. No, 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 no. Oh.
Aw.
And the bat has the chalice.
Oh. Well, the bat wins this one. Yeah, whenever I get eaten in a randomized game, I usually just hit F1 and then F2 to just game select and then reset to just start a new randomized game.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little more fun that way, I think.
Your bat. You. I win.
Yay, good job. Congratulations.
Somehow the bat chased away all the dragons and just had the chalice, so I just grabbed the bat and ran back.
Nice.
All right. I think I am ready to rank this some B.
Yeah, I think I am too. Let's get the list back up here. All right, Adventure.
Adventure.
A classic game, a legendary game.
Literally legendary.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
So,
would be in the probably top 5 of most people's lists.
yeah. I think it has a lot of problems.
Does a lot of
I think
blinking, a
it's
lot of blinking.
yeah, a lot of flashing, a lot of just glitchiness, general glitchiness. But in a way that's sometimes kind of endearing. Because the bat can behave really unpredictably.
It can, which is cool. I think this is the first game where the bat is like the least is still annoying, but is probably the least annoying bat ever in a video game.
Yeah, because it can sometimes be annoying in a way that helps you, which is
Yeah, I mean carrying away a dragon.
yeah, getting a dragon away from you or just putting a hard to reach item in a place that's more accessible
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
So yeah, just a real wild card, that bat. Um
I will
so
say, from but I will say from a technical point of view, this game's pretty wild because it obviously has this entire thing loaded.
right.
Otherwise the bat wouldn't be able to do what the bat does.
Yeah.
So from a technical standpoint, that's pretty crazy for what, 2 3 years into a console's life, that
Yeah,
you have a game that's like figured that out.
yeah, like being able to keep track of where the bat is across multiple screens, um, and having it interact with objects that are off screen. It's it's pretty incredible. Um, and it's also one of the most frustrating games to look at, just because
Mm-hmm.
the catacombs and combined with the flashing, um,
Pretty awful. But I will say, um, basically the catacombs are literally just the blue maze, but you can't see.
right.
It's the exact same. You know.
Yeah, and once you figure that out, it does make that a little easier.
Yeah,
Um,
it does.
so I think it's better than Alfred Challenge.
Oh, 1000%.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. It's better than Kool-Aid Man.
Kool-Aid.
Better than Dodge 'em. So here's the I think most important question: is adventure better than venture?
Ooh.
I mean, I think just judging by the amount of fun that we had, just talking about how unpredictable it is. Talking about the dragons being bastards and the bat doing something weird, and just you know how unique the experience was, right? Like each of our experiences, each of the games that we played was, you know, totally different in their own way. Like even when you're not playing a randomized game, like the way the bat behaves and how well the dragons are able to track you, whether the bat steals your sword or not, I think is going to make a huge impact on how the game goes for you.
Yeah, I mean, I will say I beat the randomized one without needing the sword. So
Right. Yeah.
I never even found the sword. So it is possible to win without having to find all the necessary items.
Right. Yeah, you can get lucky and dodge the dragons. In the randomized mode, you can get lucky and, find the black key right away.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Um,
again, I think just, it would be technically impressive just if it was just game one and two. Like, that would be huge. But the fact that the game had a randomizer in 1980, how long would it be until we had an action game that sort of gave you a new experience every time you play?
I mean, I guess the next thing would have been like, well, shit, like um, fuck, the Rogue game, right?
Right. Well, Rogue came out the same year as Adventure, 1980.
Oh no, shit,
Um,
really? I didn't know it was that old. Wow.
yeah, like the original game was for like mainframe computers and stuff. And then eventually
Dang.
it got DOS ports and it was ported everywhere. But
Huh.
Rogue is a very like turn-based experience. It's a very traditional RPG in a lot of ways.
Right. Yeah.
And
Hmm.
Adventure, it's more of an action adventure game. Um, you know, I think probably the closest comparison would maybe be or like the next game that would feel as huge would be The Legend of Zelda,
Mm,
where
yeah.
it's not randomized, but you do have that second quest that kind of changes
Yeah.
everything around.
Yeah.
Um, and that wouldn't be until what, 5 or 6 years later.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Zelda 1 was what, 80, I think it was 86 or 88, something like that.
I forget exactly. It was sometime in the mid '80s.
Was 86.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, like 6 years later before I had another game of that nature.
Yeah. So I think that makes it better than Venture.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, it's yeah, because Venture, man, God, I just wish Venture was just longer. If it was longer, it would be so much higher on the list. Opinion.
Yeah, if Venture had a couple more screens and, you know, if there was some sort of random element to it,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that would make it cool, but the treasures are always kind of in the same location.
yeah. So it gets kind of easy after a while.
Yeah. And like just the way the NPCs, for lack of a better term, in Adventure are programmed, it like it makes them feel real in a way that a lot of stuff on the Atari
Yeah,
2600 doesn't.
yeah,
Like like in Venture, the enemies just move around randomly.
right.
Except for, if you stay in a room for too long, the hall monsters, they come
I'm gonna
directly
chase it
after
after.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
But like in Adventure, you have, three dragons that are, you know, different danger levels. Like the yellow dragon is relatively easy to deal with. The red dragon is way scarier. Um, like I would take Adventure over Entombed.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, I think it goes over Crossbow as well, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so too. Um, I think I would take it over Oystron.
So I guess the next question is this our is it the best game we've played so far, or is Laser Gates better?
Well, let's compare them. Laser gates. There's also sort of an element of randomization going on because the enemies and the obstacles come at you in a random order. Um, the world that you're in feels very static, like you're in a tunnel and it's kind of the same pattern through the whole game.
Right.
Um, whereas adventure, like like the actual layout of the areas is the same every time, but there are multiple screens. There's more to it. It does get a lot easier once you kind of memorize the layout of the maps and stuff. Um,
Or
but I think there's more going on there. The action in Laser Gates just feels so much better. Um, like your ship moves so smoothly. You have a high level of control over it. The shooting feels really good. The dodging around the obstacles feels really good. Um, Adventure is kind of janky to control. Uh, your dot that you control just doesn't move that great. The collision of the sword with the dragons can be weird and frustrating.
yeah, it's just yeah. I don't think it's as polished as Laser Gates. Laser Gates is just like I never felt like I got screwed by like hitting something that um that I didn't expect would hit me, kind of thing. Like it has like
Right,
Laser Gates has those missiles or whatever that come towards you, and it's like you never get hit by those at a point when it's like, oh man, that's BS. I was below it, or it wasn't. It's not like was it not Oystron? It was Stargate. It's not like Stargate where it's like it you feel like you're above or below something, but it still kind of hits you occasionally.
right. Yeah, and in adventure, like I feel like it's really easy to get eaten by a dragon in a way that feels completely unfair.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it's like it's kind of weird how it it's the yeah, it's weird because it's like it seems like there are times when you can get when you can get attacked quote unquote by the dragon and everything's like it's fine, it's just you just have to basically run away. And then there are other
right,
times where it just fucking immediately eats you.
Yeah, or you get hung up on it for no real obvious reason. I think I would take Laser Gates over Adventure.
I agree. I think Laser Gates is just a better game.
Yeah,
I definitely
it's
as cool as Adventure is, and I will say I having we had spoken before started recording, and I said I wasn't for sure if I'd actually played Adventure or not. I definitely played the first like iteration of it. I but I also it was one of those things where I didn't realize there were other levels, like other versions, quote unquote, to play.
yeah. If all you play is level one of Adventure, it feels like the easiest, simplest game ever.
Yeah, I was like, well, this doesn't seem that difficult, but okay. And but yeah, but having played the other ones, it's definitely fun. But like Laser Gates, oh boy, that game is. I just think that game's on another level.
Yeah, it's the most fun to play. Adventure obviously more important in the long run. It went on to influence, The Legend of Zelda, and adventure games as we know them probably wouldn't exist without adventure. But when you go back and actually play it, I mean, it's playable. It's not broken the way that Alfred Challenge is, but
Right.
it's just it doesn't feel as nice, or it's not broken the way Miner is rather.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but it's just a little janky and frustrating at times. But I think that still makes it our number two.
Well, I will say the thank God that it doesn't just reset everything when you die.
Right.
Like it doesn't have that kind of like jankiness. It like they realize that, you know, it's not that it can still be difficult and but it can also still be fun by, it's not being a big deal that things stay the same. Like it's actually kind of a technical makes it even more of a technical marvel that it remembers like where you drop the items, like what what was in the room when you died and that type of stuff. Like it remembers where the dragons were. It remembers, yeah, it's actually cool that they did that because it's more of a technical marvel in the fact that it remembers all that stuff.
Definitely. Yeah, it's not something you see in just about any other game on the platform.
Yeah,
I mean, there
because
might
go ahead.
oh, I mean, there might be some that I'm not aware of,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. I don't. I mean, fuck, laser gates was something I wasn't aware of. So
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, it's possible, and I mean, there may be another game that's like this that does that kind of cool stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's wild that it remembers all of that stuff and it was made so early in the console's life. Like that's crazy.
yeah. Like there are a couple games I can think of that are kind of comparable to Adventure in that way, but they came out in like '88 and '89.
Oh wow, okay,
So yeah,
that'd be
much
cool to.
later in the console's life. But yeah, I'm excited to get to those because some of them are pretty impressive. Um, but Adventure is also pretty impressive as our new number two best 2600 game of all time.
Absolutely. It I would say it lived up to the hype.
Yeah,
Maybe not best game on the console hype, but
yeah,
definitely top 5.
yeah. I mean, especially for the time, in 1980, there was nothing else like it,
Oh,
and
for sure.
like any kid who played that game in 1980, it would have sparked the imagination. Like, oh my God, video games can do this. Like, video games can put me in this world where you know there are dragons and bats that react to me and what I do and stuff. And I mean, the fact that it was so early and it's still a number two over all of these most recent games, I think that says a lot about it.
Definitely. I mean, the fact that you have a game that's made in 1980 and then right below it you have a game that was made in 1998 or whatever in Oistron that, is a a prototype game that someone, had the ability, that had the know-how of like adding all of these different elements to a game, and still can't beat out a game that was made, you know, almost, 20 years before it. That's pretty
Yeah,
wild.
it is pretty wild. The science is, uh, it's pleasantly surprising sometimes.
All right, so we got one more game.
Yep. This is a game that you brought. It is another sports game.
Yep, we have to get our you know uh what's the word I'm looking for? Our acquired?
Yep. Our weekly requirement of sports.
Yeah, yeah. This one is called My Golf.
My golf.
And interestingly enough, it is actually so I'm using the one that's called the fixed version.
Yeah,
Um
that's what I have.
and it's actually a PAL game only,
Oh,
which is strange, but yeah, that's
interesting.
it only came out in the UK. There's also a like Spanish version of the game or something like that. But it came out in 1990.
Yeah, we got a late one.
Yeah, and it was made by
Yes.
HES. I don't know if it's either HES or Hess. But God, okay. Um, so the controls are a bit strange. Um, so basically, it tells you what hole you're on. It says what par you're on, what the par for the hole is.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first one's par 4, and it's the hole is 507 yards away. You hit up and down on the joist on the controller to change what your club is. And you can hit view, and it lets you look at what the where you're hitting the ball.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It's really cool, and it doesn't tell you what any of the clubs do, even in the manual. It just assumes
Hmm.
that you know. But I don't know if you remember or not, but the one wood is the furthest hitting club, all the way down to the putter being the closest, the least distance club.
Right.
So you choose what club you're going to use, and then it actually gives you a little dude that is going to show you swinging, which is wild that it has that. Now the little bar that it has above your dude. This is a game that I literally had to look at the manual to look how to play, because it's a bit not super descriptive.
Right.
But basically, colored bar above the animated golfer will display the player's swing strength and angle. Pressing the button once will start the swing. Press the button again will select the strength with which the ball will be hit. So just like normal golf, you want to have the bar as full as possible. And then pressing the button a third time will determine the angle of the ball. If you hit it right at the collared bar, it's you hit it straight, and if you hit it like too far to the left, it'll hook it. If you hit it too far to the right, it'll slice it. It'll hook
Mm-hmm.
it to the right or left. Just like basically normal golf stuff. And while you're before you started your swing, you can change what direction you're hitting the ball in with the little arrow with your stick. Like if you
Right.
wanted, you could literally hit the ball backwards. It doesn't stop you from that. uh, but yeah, this is a pretty sophisticated version of golf, considering what the console is.
Yeah. This feels very modern.
It feels really modern. And it'll even do. So this reminds me of NES Golf,
Yeah.
and it'll even do the thing that NES Golf did, where it'll point you directly at the hole. Like
Oh, interesting.
it'll help you with like figuring out where you need to hit the ball, like off the screen to the towards the next screen stuff. So yeah, and that's basically it. The only thing it doesn't help you with is what clubs you want to use. That's pretty much the one like um barrier to entry, I guess, is that you got to know what clubs do what.
Right. Which I definitely don't know.
Yeah. I might be wrong. It might be the 5 wood. The 5 wood that's better than the 1 wood. I don't actually remember, to be honest.
I mean, I
'Cause,
think that the higher the number is, the farther it goes. Like that seems
that's what I thought as
logical to me.
what I thought as well, but I don't know. I will say I got to the putting and oh, hit that way too, and it was pretty rough. Um, but I'll let you get to that and determine what you think.
Yeah, I'm on the green here. It took me 7 strokes to get there because I got out of bounds a couple times.
Okay. Well,
So it automatically selects your putter.
it does automatically select your putter, and it does the same thing where it has the arrow. It doesn't seem to have any um height or like anything like
Like
that.
slope. All right, well, I got it in the hole.
Oh, oh, you did better than me because I like the first time I played, I got it to the green in like 3 hits, and then it was like 9 hits of me trying to get it in the fucking thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
Yeah, I didn't find the putting that difficult.
Hmm.
It
Maybe
was like I think you have to not use full power on it. You have to,
fuck.
kind of lightly tap it or tap it more lightly than you might think.
Yeah, that's kind of like I don't know. I had the issue of like getting it like directly onto it, and like and then like fucking hitting it way too hard. Yeah, it just did
Yeah.
again. There we go. All right. So, so yeah, it I don't know actually how many holes it has. The manual doesn't say, and I didn't play it enough to know. So try the 5 wood.
Yeah, the 5 wood didn't really seem to do a lot for me.
Yeah.
God, the second
Oh.
hole.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Definitely not far.
Yeah, I think you might be right. I think a lower club or a lower number might mean more distance. Um, but I'm on hole 2, and it's already a real bastard because it's between 2 rivers.
I saw that. I literally wow. I got super lucky. I just like fucking kablam the ball and it landed on the thing.
Oh, nice.
So yeah. Whew. Lucky with that one.
Oh, I was in the sand trap. It looked like I was out of it. Damn it. All right,
Wow, you
well,
really
I'll
gotta
try
ouch.
the kablam strategy here.
How far away are you?
Oh God, I don't know.
It says yards, how far away you are.
Yeah, I was in the middle of
Oh,
so I'm 154.
oh, do like a 2 iron, blame it.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of hard to judge how much the wind is actually going to affect your swing.
Oh yeah,
Well,
and it does have wind as well, which is crazy.
yeah, right now it's 2 miles per hour to the west, which doesn't seem like that much, but I could blammed it and it went quite a bit to the left.
Wow, hole 3, holy shit. I don't even know if that's does a real golf course have that big of a hole? This is a par five and it's almost 700 yards away.
Oh yeah, I mean, typically, um, you don't see holes that big in the first few, but yeah, it's like that's something you would see on like hole 16 or something.
That's
But
insane. Like having to fucking kablow it and it's not even. Oh no. Okay.
hey, I'm on the green.
No, I hooked it way too far. Jesus Christ. Oh,
Oh, come on.
good. Up on the green.
Okay, I see what you meant about the putting.
Yeah,
It's definitely not an exact science,
it is not.
but I eventually made it in. I'm not great at golf games, even when it does show you what the clubs do.
Yeah, me neither.
So,
Hey, I fucking made that though. Wow, dude.
okay, so the wind is 5 miles per hour against me, so I'm really going to have to kablam this one.
Mm-hmm. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Go over the water. Oh, so close.
Yeah, the one wood seems to be a pretty good distance club.
Seems like it. Oh my god, there's another one? Oh my god, I almost landed in that one. This is insanity. Dude, hole four is wild.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty lucky here, just hitting it straight down the middle.
Ugh.
All right, well, I think another kablam is probably the strategy I want to go with here.
9 iron. Let's hit it hard and
Keep
see what
going, keep going,
happens.
keep going.
Oh,
Yes, on
oh,
the
that was.
green.
Oh my god, that was beautiful. Oh, and I fucking made it. Let's go.
Nice.
It was a par four, and I got par, baby.
Oh, oh, I hit it too hard. Yeah, so it does sort of point you in the general direction of the hole.
Oh god, where am I going? Oh, bunker. Oh, I got out of it though. Wow, I cut it that far? That didn't. Yikes. Yeah, it does only the general direction. You are correct. Because I hit it way too far.
I mean, this is definitely something I think I would be able to dial in with practice.
Yeah, yeah. That with a 9 iron, it was yards. 6 iron. Let's go, let's go. Oh, beautiful on the green.
All right, I'm 16 over par, which, which I'm not, Captain Golf, but that seems not that great.
Captain Golf. Oh, that was. Okay. Oh, you can actually you hit the button by accident and like fuck up. You can actually stop the swing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you don't hit the button a second time, it won't. It'll just reset the swing.
Oh, that's interesting.
Killed it. Score is 29, and I'm on hole 6. view, eh?
This is going to be a
Lordy.
pain to dial in.
4 miles per hour up. No.
Oh
North.
no. Ball skipped across the water.
Ooh, cool. Hit it
At least I assume that's what happened. Oh, okay. That one was in the water.
too- Oh, you must be on that hole. That hole was
Yeah.
crazy. Oh no, that's going in the water. Oh, how did I avoid that?
Oh, come on.
The old 9-iron again. Kablam it. And on the green. Look at that. Oh, I missed the hole. Poopy.
Go in, go in, go in. Yes.
Yeah, made it.
So I actually got it in the hole on the first swing on the green.
Oh, congrats.
It only took me like 12 strokes to get there.
Right.
But
Well, you know. Oh. Oh, okay. So I'm plus 10 strokes. Jesus, that's
right. Yeah,
yikes.
I'm plus 20 something.
I was doing pretty good, but damn, plus 10. Yikes.
I mean, you're doing better than me. All right, let's give it kind of a medium kablam here. Okay.
Full beans. Oh, in the water. No. Okay, yeah, you don't have to yell at me, game. Damn.
Oh, that was a really bad hook or slice.
Oh no, is it gonna go in the water again?
I can't
Oh.
remember which is
Oh,
which.
why? How did I hit it that way? Garbo. Oh, in the water again? Oh boy, this one is just royally fucked.
All right. Well, that was like 5 strokes on a par 3. Compared to how I've been doing, that's not too bad.
R4 and make it, make it. Oh, I went over it. Damn it.
Blammo. Go over the river. Go over the puddle. Go over the tree. Oh, I hit the tree.
Plus 14. Yikes. Full 8. 195 yards.
Ah, too far. Too much kablamo.
Oh. It was like literally right on the second screen this time.
Oh, interesting.
I think it. Behind. Oh, I hit it too hard. Blue.
Yeah, the trick to golf is you gotta hit it hard enough, but not too hard. That's what the pros will tell you.
The PW. SW is
Um,
sand wet.
I don't know. Putter wedge?
That's literally what I was thinking too.
I mean, I don't know golf.
Either I know from golf is fucking Mario Golf and Wii Golf.
Yeah.
Oh fucking god, Bupkis.
Well, I think I'm just about ready to rank this one.
Yeah, I'm down.
I gotta say,
Failed to
this
make
is a
this putt.
this is a real golf game.
This is a real golf game.
Like a real, genuine golf game, like that resembles actual golf.
Yeah, and they knew what they made, dude. If you look at the manual, it's like this is a golf game for people that want real golf.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
they knew exactly what they made, and it's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. I'm pretty impressed with it.
It is definitely a. Oh yeah, there are 18 holes, so it's a full 18 golf.
Wow. Yeah, that's kind of incredible. It's definitely better than miniature golf,
Oh, for sure.
which barely resembles a golf game.
I definitely wish it told you what the different golf clubs did, but
Yeah, I mean, I guess they made the game for people who know golf and people who know golf.
dude, 100%. Yeah,
You
it
know,
is.
they would already know that information. So
Yeah, I mean, the back of the box says, "Welcome to My Golf, the latest state-of-the-art golf simulation."
simulation.
Yep, for the Atari 2600. It's
Damn.
it's amazingly real with rivers, sand traps, ponds, trees, roughs, and out of bounds. Play alone or join a friend into a relaxing game of My Golf. Don't be fooled. You need skill, strategy, and great concentration.
Yeah, I gotta say, they're not lying.
They are not lying.
It is a high quality golf game.
I was fully blown away by how like real, like that shit's just as good as Mario Golf that came out, well, I mean, it actually probably came out at the same time. Now that I
Yeah,
think about it, this game did come out in 1990.
yeah, like there have been a few golf games by this point, and I'm sure that there was a golf simulation on the PC by this point that was probably better. Um,
True, true.
but like for the Atari
Or the Atari
2600,
fucking hella good.
yeah, and just to compare it to another sports game, I would say it's better than Home Run.
For sure. Yeah. This game
Uh,
is this game is better than real sports football.
yeah, I would agree. It's more accurate to the sport of real golf. Uh,
100%. I mean,
it doesn't have all the flickering.
dude,
Um,
the fact that it has an animated like golfer swinging is wild.
yeah. The mechanics are, I think they were pretty pretty established by this point with the kind of 3-click system for the golf swing.
Yeah.
But it's a great implementation of it. Uh, is it better than Venture? I mean, there's 18 holes,
There are 18 holes. That's pretty crazy.
and Venture is 2 screens with, 3 or 4 rooms each. So there's a lot more of it. Um, and I would say, for what it is, I think the controls are probably as good as they can be
Yeah.
with a joystick and one button. The menu system is uh you can figure it out. It's clear what you're doing. The information that it gives you is a lot for the Atari.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely it has a lot going on that it would be. I mean, the manual definitely helps at least explaining. I mean, so I didn't have to look at the manual to figure out how to play, because I had played other golf games that are pretty much the exact same thing.
Right.
I mean, this game, like I said, coming into it, it feels very much like Mario Golf without the Nintendo Mario stuff,
Yeah.
and it's missing like sounds of you like hitting the ball. It's missing like some polished things, but
Yeah, and like there was an earlier golf game on the NES that was just called Golf. I think it
yeah,
was one of the original black box games,
it was. Yeah.
and I would say this is at least as good as that.
Yeah, which is crazy because you know this is doesn't say how big cartridge was, but I mean, yeah, so quite possible that this was a at best half as big as an NES cartridge.
Yeah.
So I
So
mean that alone's pretty crazy.
yeah, I think that puts it over Venture for me.
I'd agree. Yeah. What do you think about it over Entombed?
Entombed was pretty cool.
Entombed was pretty
Um,
cool. I mean, something we didn't touch on is the levels for Entombed are all randomly generated.
right.
Which is pretty cool that um and a little bit of what I of the wiki stuff that I learned is apparently the amount of information that is required to make a level for Entombed doesn't naturally fit on the cartridge.
Oh, really?
It is larger. The information is larger than what the cartridge can handle. So
Interesting.
somehow they figured out how to stuff that algorithm on the cartridge.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. And golf is, it's 18 holes. It's pretty long, but they're going to be the same 18 holes every time you play.
Yeah, it's those unfortunately aren't randomly generated in any way, and
And the only really thing that could be different would be like the wind.
yeah,
Um,
the wind may be different, but other than that, um,
yeah, I
which
think golf has a little bit more staying power to me than Entombed.
hmm,
Um, like I can see myself practicing and trying to get better and trying to do a full 18 hole course and maybe even, try to get good enough to get par or under, which, I don't know how far along I would get in that process, but I would at least want to try. Whereas in Entombed, I feel like I kind of got as far as I'm going to get
yeah.
because
I mean, as cool as Entombed is, I don't think I would load that game up again and play it anymore. Like I pretty much, in the time that we played, got my fill of that.
yeah. And I think I would say the same about Crossbow. Um, I think my golf is a little bit better than Crossbow. The
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
the controls are better. I mean, not that the controls in Crossbow are bad, but in this game you have plenty of time to sort of dial in your direction and try to get good at the swing, the 3-click swing.
Yeah.
Um, for me, I think that's probably where it stops. I really
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Oistron and all the games above it. Um, and I feel like the games above Crossbow are replayable in a way uh, that this one just isn't. Once you do those 18 holes, there's not a big reason to go back to it.
I would agree with that.
All right, so are we saying my golf above Crossbow but below Oistron?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
What's our new number 4?
Yeah.
Which, wow, didn't think a
Yeah,
sports game. I mean, again, just like with real sports, didn't think a sports game would be that high. But damn,
yeah. Uh, by 1990, they had really figured out what you can do with this platform, and they pushed it to the limit.
cool, man. For four,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. Well, I guess that'll about do it for episode 4. Um, a lot of surprises in this game,
Yeah,
or in this episode.
pretty.
I was surprised. I thought Adventure would do well. I wasn't sure if it would get quite as high as it did, but
Yeah,
that's a game. If you look past the graphics, if you look past the flickering, there's still a lot of fun to be had with Adventure.
yeah. I mean, it's still like, again, a 1980 game that it like trying not to let the what's the word, let the not societal impact, but like the impact and the gaming scope of what Adventure did, because it is like that's a game that a lot of people played and then went, holy shit, you can make that type of game, in a
Yeah, it was
in
very influential.
yeah, influence. There you go. Yeah, it's an influential game, and trying to not let that influence where we put it on the list is always difficult.
Right.
Uh,
But
but but yeah, yeah,
I think the signs bore out on that one.
absolutely. I Number two. I I was afraid it was going to immediately be a number one, but I'm glad that it's not. To be honest, because uh it I think it shows that we're doing it right, and that we're letting the science decide where it is, and not just the you know
Yeah, like I think a lot of lists would just automatically put Adventure at number 1 because of the nostalgia, because of the influence and everything. And
right.
we're asking the tough questions. How fun is it actually to play nowadays compared to other Atari 2600 games?
Right,
And
right.
I think by that metric, it still does very well. Um, but Laser Gates is better. And I was also surprised by how bad Glib is. Like
Yeah.
I was hoping it would be cool because I like word games, and the idea of a word game on the 2600 was intriguing. Um, but I just don't think I I think uh their reach extended their grasp, you know? Um like you just can't make that kind of game on a 2600 and make it work well, I don't think.
Right.
Oh, thanks for fixing that.
Yeah, I just noticed that it was up.
Yeah.
It's because I
Yeah,
type
trying
I
to Yeah, if you just type the number in, it doesn't auto update, but that's okay. Everything is back in its proper place.
fixed it.
So yeah, congratulations to Glib for being in the top 25 games. Congratulations to Adventure for being our new number 2.
Heck yeah,
And
man.
we will be back with you to look at another batch of games. I'm thinking maybe next Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for watching. It's been a real joy discovering these games and sharing them with you. And I hope you've gotten some joy out of watching us in these dark times. It's been a lot of fun. I'm Duke of the Bump, also known as Matt, and you're Mors Draconis, also known as Mike.
Yep, and yeah, just check us out if you. We'll both have videos of our perspectives on our respective channels, and definitely take a look at Duke of the Bump stuff, because he's doing some fun stuff with shorts, and I might get back to doing that. I haven't had time recently, but I
Yep.
want to. But
And
so yeah.
all right. Well, have a good one, and we will see you next time.
Yep. Later, guys.